If you are new to Avid Media Composer and you are starting from scratch, I recommend the following workflow. When you open a new project, you will automatically end up with one bin inside your project window. A bin is simply a container, and it's where you'll store all your references to content. This transparent bin icon indicates that your first bin is already open. Make it a habit of immediately renaming your first bin to something called Sequences. This bin will be critical because it's where you will store all your hard work. Now, I'm jumping ahead a bit, but the work that you do will be stored in the form of a sequence. And you guessed it, your sequence should be placed in your Sequences bin. I also recommend that you create a few extra bins for your content that you will use to put together your sequence. So, for starters, let's create an audio bin and a video bin. Other examples of bins you may want to create would be a bin for your graphics, titles, and special effects. Make this initial workflow a habit to help stay organized. I'm jumping ahead again because these bins will eventually contain your organized content. Don't worry, we'll talk about importing and ingesting your content in a later lesson. So, a quick side note. If you have a large project with many bins, the bins can be placed inside folders. An easy way to create a folder is to right-click in the gray area of the project window and choose New Folder from the contextual menu. Then, you can move your bins in or out of a particular folder. Okay, after you've created your bins, you can close the bins that you do not need immediate access to by clicking on the X in the upper left corner of a bin window. A bin that has been closed is indicated by a dark solid bin icon. One last note, the bin that contains your sequence will always need to be open. Remember, this sequence represents your edited work. If you close a bin that contains your sequence will close. You will then need to reopen the bin and double-click on the sequence icon to get your sequence back. So, all that being said, you may end up with a project window that looks something like this. Notice how I have a list of 5 different bins. If you double-click on a bin, the bin icon will become transparent, and the bin will open. Each time I click on a bin, a new bin window opens. Now, the Media Composer interface can quickly become cluttered if you have too many bins open at the same time. Note that each bin has a tab in the upper left corner. You can drag a bin tab into the top of another bin. This essentially attaches multiple bins together. Then, you can click through the individual bin tabs to access your content. You can also click on this bin pull-down menu in the upper right corner to select a specific bin. If you need to detach a bin, just drag the bin tab outside the tabbed window. Then, if necessary, you can reattach it. Now, be careful when working with multi-bin windows. If you close the window, it will close all the attached bins contained within it. And finally, check out this trick. If you select all your bins within the project window and right-click on them, choose Open Selected Bins in one window. Avid Media Composer will automatically attach them all together for you. Okay, so now you should have the basics of how tabbed bin windows work.